Hello everyone and welcome to episode 14 of the Scotch Podcast. Today I'm joined with Mr. Harder and Mr. Scalzi to talk about eSports. So to start off, Mr. Harder, what is an eSport? Because I don't know,
Okay.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, so I guess the simple answer is eSports stands for electronic sports.
Okay.
So we're talking competitive gaming. Think of games Mario Kart,
Yep.
League of Legends. They're the sort of competitive online games that kids like to immerse themselves in. Usually it's done virtually, but we're getting into this sort of environment now where it's like held in big arenas and there's tournaments.
So what type of sports do you do? Like, can you do I can do Wii tennis, so can you do that?
Yeah, so
Anything?
I'm sure there's a Wii tennis comp out there somewhere.
All right, Mr. Scalzi, something people may not know about you is that you have won multiple Mario Kart tournaments. What tournaments have you competed in?
There's been a few, and everyone who's in my class has heard me brag about it before, so some people will know. But with Mario Kart, we used to gather all the 64 players in the state. We used to play on a big screen, either in a bar, in a church once, actually, as well. And everyone would compete with each other. The top two would go through, the bottom two would get knocked out. But there are other ones too, so I used to compete with others trying to set world record times for laps and 3-lap times and even just cups. So
Can you win money from this?
yeah,
Is it like a career
I've won a
option?
64, probably not, but I imagine the new Mario Kart, some of those tournaments would have tens of thousands of dollars of prize money.
What's the difference between 64? and
Nintendo 64, so that's the second Mario Kart, I believe. I think there was a Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, which was released in 95. That's 1995 for those of you listening. And 97, I reckon, was the 64 Mario Kart.
So do you guys train for this, or does it just come naturally?
I'm a natural. Honestly, when I did do Mario Kart tournaments, I wouldn't train too much, but one thing that you'd always do is watch some of the other top players, because they'd often find a new path, a new route, a new secret strat that would shorten the time of something.
Secret strat.
Secret strats.
Do you have any pre-competition routines that you go through? Either of you?
Well, I'm not a very good competitive gamer. I do it for the joy and the love.
Yep.
Usually I get bullied by little students online and that scares me off. But competition, my prep for it, just trying to understand the game, Mario Kart, knowing the tracks and things like that.
I like to stay away from caffeine, but you can get the same effect by eating dark chocolate. So
dark chocolate?
Dark chocolate will increase the blood flow.
Has the school been involved in these? Or is it just a personal thing?
I was just going to say my Mario Kart competitions haven't been involved through the school, but the school does have its own tournaments and kind of leagues that have been set up. I know Rocket League was a thing for 2020 and 2021. Mr. Hay was holding those.
We do have we're involved in a few of the different eSport comps. So FUSE Cup is a big one. They run Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros, Rocket League. That's mainly through the Switch platform. So we had also Just Dance. We had a few teams go over to Pulteney Grammar to compete in the Just Dance competition, which was quite chaotic.
Yep.
And then I know a student here was very successful in terms of making it through Mario Kart to the finals. I think he came third nationally. We also started a Overwatch 2 tournament through AEL, the Australian Esports League, and we had a group of 7 get through to nationals, and they came second nationally.
Wow.
Came third in the state. Don't know how that worked, but...
So what is Overwatch?
So Overwatch is a game. It's a 5 versus 5 sort of battle royale style. So you pick characters and you essentially just try to kill each other. It's
fun.
a little bit more cartoony. It's not as aggressive as a sort of Call of Duty.
Yep.
So it's a bit more colourful in the ways you go about trying to kill each other.
So where do you see esports going in 5 or more years?
Here at Scotch or around the world?
Everywhere.
Everywhere?
Here at Scotch first.
So here at Scotch, I think it's going to start to take off. We've got sort of 5 dedicated computers coming in next year, so we can actually create a bit of a esports space for those bigger games like League of Legends, Overwatch, Valorant. But then we also are growing with FUSE in terms of trying to bring junior school and middle school on board. So we're starting at younger year levels, so it carries through to senior year levels.
And it's big over the world, isn't it? So will it keep expanding, everywhere?
I'd imagine so.
Yeah. So the video games industry is now larger in size than the film and music industry combined.
There you go.
So
Fun fact. Can we?
Hi guys, sorry for the late arrival. So I've just been pondering before, do you have because you know how you hear in sports they've got kind of pre-game rituals. Do you have any superstitions that you do before you play?
I've got characters I like to play as.
Yeah.
If I don't pick get that character, I get quite annoyed.
Who are your characters?
For Mario Kart, Boo. I shouldn't have told you that because you pick it, damn it.
Oh, no.
Don't listen, Mr. Scalzi.
No, I'm going Daisy. If Daisy is an option, I'll choose Daisy.
Valid.
Like I was saying before, eat chocolate, have a bit of dark chocolate, helps with the blood flow.
Ooh.
I'm a very anxious competitor, whether it's sports or eSports, so just anything to try and relax and keep my mind off it. Just meditation, normal things, as you know, being a sports person.
I've never tried meditation, but I might give it a go. After your suggestion.
Would recommend.
Visualization's a really good one.
Oh, yeah.
Visualizing crossing that finish line or
First place.
Yep. Taking out that.
What's your favourite game to play?
At the moment, I'm playing Diablo 4, but I'm usually a big fan of RGB, not RGB, RPG.
Thank you, Sophie.
Thank you. RPG sort of story-driven stuff. I like to sort of play by myself. I'm not a big online competitive player because some of those crowds can get a little bit toxic sometimes. And
Yeah. Look, I've never done it. I've never experienced it myself.
I'm trying to
but-
pretend to understand what you're saying, but
Imagine
I'm
very,
not really sure.
very irritated competitive gamers who are frustrated with your performance. And
is that an online gaming stigma?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And Mrs. Scalzi.
Keyboard warriors and whatnot. I have been described in my online Rocket League days of being a toxic gamer.
Oh,
So
I can see that for you.
Yeah. I like to chat a bit. I like to have a bit of a chat. Win
You're
or
the
lose,
person grilling
doesn't
Mr. Harder.
Compliments him in all cases.
you're the keyboard warrior.
That's okay.
But favourite game? I actually really like the Diablo series. Diablo 2 would be in my top 3. I also think Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for a one-player and Super Smash Bros. 64 because me and my mates still play that. At my ripe old age, we still get together and play it. So
64 is still in. I've got a 64. I break out those games consistently.
it's just so
It
good
doesn't
for the
age.
people.
I think Sophie was pretty happy with those answers.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we might.
Oh, final
question.
Sorry to yell.
That's right.
What is the best advice to anyone who wants to compete in esports?
If you're here at Scotch, I will just have a conversation with myself or Mr. Jackson. We're sort of heading it up at the site. But yeah, next year we're going to really ramp it up with a dedicated space and get things going. Just ask if you're not sure.
Mr. Scalzi?
From a physiological point of view, I think people often focus on just trying to play hours and hours and hours, but that doesn't necessarily help. Being just fit and healthy in your general life, that keeps your reaction times good and your motor skills good as well. So just take everything in its stride, train properly, balance everything. Don't just play 8 hours of games a day.
You need to kind of have a bit of both.
Absolutely.
I think that's what I really like about esports is usually it's that sort of, stereotype of sitting in a room by yourself, whereas you can be competitive online, you can have friends, it helps you build those sort of social skills you might not get in other areas.
I want to get into Wii tennis esports because that's what I'm talented at.
I'm talented.
We'll be looking forward to seeing the
I'm
rise
pro.
of that.
I'm on level 1000, I'm pretty sure. Pro,
Nice.
if you're familiar.
What's the requirements to get on level 1000?
A lot of hard work and determination.
Doubles or singles?
I think you can only do doubles. I don't know, actually.
I think there's a Mario tennis game. You can
Oh,
take that.
maybe I will.
We'll look into it. Anyway, I think we're going to venture over to the physical aspect of today and get into some e-gaming.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second part of our podcast. What are we doing now, Poppy?
Well, Tess, thanks for asking. We are joined with the 2024 Sport Captains, Reuben Hill and Grace Stevens, along with Warren and Mr. Harder to a bit of Mario Kart racing.
We'll get a bit of an introduction from the sport captain. So, Reuben, what's going on? What have you chosen? Who are you? Tell us about yourself.
I'm Yoshi. I haven't played much Mario Kart, but it's going well. It's getting there. See how it goes.
So, what's your e-game of choice?
Uh,
how do I press ready?
Mario Kart.
So, are you expecting big things from you?
see what happens. Mr. Harder's pretty handy, so see how that goes.
What tracks have we got?
All right, now we've got Grace Stevens, our female sport captain. So who have you chosen?
I've chosen Daisy, and I have a plane hanging off the back of my car. I'm not really sure what that does, but yeah, there's a plane there.
Are you an experienced Mario Kart player?
I used to be, but I have not played in at least 3 years, so we will see what happens.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. All right. What map are we choosing? Oh, are we standing here? So we've got a ghost, we've got Yoshi, we've got a girl and King Kong. And we've started. Race is heating up already. Poppy?
Now it is it's mine and Tess's job today to distract them. How's your collaborative going?
It's getting there. It's getting there. Nearly finished.
Are you sure?
Did you submit your ag on Monday? You know the style page that was due? Miss Klepper. Miss Klepper said it was summative, so.
Mr. Harder, this one's for you. What is your best Mario Kart hack?
Best Mario Kart hack, accelerate and go.
Simple.
Mr. Harder, I see on TikTok that there are like alternative paths you can go through. So is that a fact or is that just hacking?
Alternative what? Paths?
Yeah, like quicker paths.
Definitely. Yeah, there's hidden paths you can go through. I don't know them because I'm coming fifth, apparently.
Who's first? Who's King Kong? Is that? Oh, so wait, what is it? Donkey Kong. Who's King Kong?
Excuse me, Grace.
Yes.
Do you believe the red cars go faster?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And
Why have you chosen a purple car?
yeah.
Sure.
So there wasn't really any logistics behind that one.
Process. What's
Do you have like science or like proof that red cars go faster? Or is it just an opinion?
yeah, probably just an opinion at this stage. There's probably some science, but yeah, not too sure.
So probably not a credible source. Don't use this. Warren, what is worse, squid ink or lightning?
Ooh, lightning is way more annoying because squid ink you can look at the edges of the screen. Lightning's the worst.
Valid. What's your favourite item on the course?
Red shell.
And why would you say that?
It's the homing thing. I can't aim, so it's got to be red shell.
What do you do? Oh, we're done. Anyway, what do you do if another person has stolen your character?
Rage quit.
Warren, you're late in. Is that? Yes. Does that make you more nervous or less nervous than if you're prepared for this?
Definitely less nervous. I'm playing with house money. I've been going okay. I think I can win.
I like your confidence. Mr. Harder, it's my understanding that you've been aware of this championship for a little while. Yeah. What has it been your practice leading up to this moment?
So my Year 7 ESL class were very happy to help me practice this morning. That was about it. So I haven't done too much preparation, hence my 3rd place and previous 7th place.
That's okay because you can always get better from here. You can only stay top for so long until other people overtake you, but now you've got room for improvement.
Oh no! Oh, that was close, Warren.
Warren takes out 1st place. I won by lots. He won by lots. He's pretty modest about it.
That's the last you'll be hearing from us today. Poppy, your main takeaways from this episode?
Warren is deceivingly good at Mario Kart.
All right, that concludes episode 14 of the Scotch Podcast. See you next week. Bye.